What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're going to be doing the next video in my Samurai Warriors Extreme Legends walkthrough with Yoshimoto Imagawa. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. We're hoping to get there by the end of the year. Well, we're on the Odawara Infiltration. I can't believe there was only 5 missions for Okehasama. There was so much potential there, so I'm surprised they didn't do that. But yeah, so we won. Yoshimoto is ridiculous. His moveset is horrendous. His moveset's so bad, y'all. It's terrible. Like, the Kamari ball is so stupid, but like also his movement speed is like pathetic, and his range, his range is horrendous. So we're just gonna keep going, push through here. We'll put speed on, I guess. What's the range one that I have? Where is it? They're arranged. Thought that was a range one. I guess not. So what I'm just gonna do is use the speed one for this, because his everything is so bad. But anyway, I said last week that I was going to talk more on the ones where it's a playthrough, and since I didn't do that because there was no other missions, then we're just gonna talk more on this one. This is just an very interesting playthrough. Are they really gonna gesture to the? Okay.
What will happen if I shoot the target?
I guess they set that up. I think I had one of those commentaries from Hideyoshi on the first level too, so that makes sense. But yeah, it's just like I didn't talk any because I was expecting there to be secret missions, because I just figured for sure there will be secret missions on the Battle of Okehasama where we played through it as a bonus character and all that. Like, I just figured they would do something like that, but they didn't. So now we're here. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about this. So yeah, Yoshimoto is hilarious. His moveset is ridiculous. Like, and his like so many of his attacks. Like, how are you supposed to, like? Okay, so that one is probably the only one that's good. That 3-prong attack where he actually spins around. Everything else, he just chops straight down. I'm like, dude, you have to have some AoE. Like, goodness gracious. So yeah, what I'm noticing about this character is that, yeah, he really just does not have a lot of, like, getting people off of horses is a nightmare with this character. Like, how are you supposed to knock people off horses when every attack has no, like, swing to it? He just chops. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is painful. So we'll figure it out. Obviously, he's not terrible. And again, in this game, because if you've played through the game, if you played through the first Samurai Warriors game, this game is like a cakewalk for like everything. So yeah, it's not like awful, but again, what I love about this game is the fact that they added like generals on maps is so awesome. That is so cool that they did that. Again, stuff that like makes sense, but I didn't think that they would do because I figured that it was just not in the cards. But like, yeah, the ability to have allies on the maps in the castles is fantastic. It's just so good. And like, it just makes it where you feel like you're actually like still, because you're still in an army. Like, you wonder, where does the whole army go? And you fight on a level, like, where do they go? So it's cool that they were like, you know, we can throw some allied AI in there and also throw in some like cutting off the stronghold things so that you like actually can clear out levels. Like, that stuff is so cool. And again, it's so simple that's not a hard, it's not a I'm assuming that wasn't very difficult to add all of that stuff, you know? I'm just saying. So it's like, they just did a good job. They did a good job with the ways they added stuff to this game. So, our general's moving around, so I don't know if we have to like, I'm assuming we won't have to like actually defeat everything. Maybe we will. That was a mission for Hideyoshi, so maybe we will have to defeat everything, but that general is moving around the map now, so that's probably a good sign. So we'll just kind of keep running around looking I guess we have to clear out everything else. I don't know. I'm not really sure what they want from us right now. But in the meantime, we'll just kind of take out some stuff. Why not? I mean, he's just running around with me. But yeah, so like Yoshimoto's playthrough is so funny. I mean, it's literally, it's perfect for this character because they were like, Yoshimoto was such a joke in the first game, and so they were just like, instead of making him like appear great, they were like, you know, let's just embrace that he's like the like stupidest person ever, and then just make him like completely inept, but then still win and confuse everybody. And they did it. They embody this character in a very great way. So I'm excited to play through the game as Yoshimoto. I'm assuming that they will make him a little bit less pathetic in the like his moveset hopefully gets better, or it just won't, and I'll always just use his 3-prong attack on everything. That'll probably be what I end up doing. But because yeah, it's like his kicking the ball charge attack is so hilarious. I'm like, okay, like what is that? What is that supposed to do? Like it doesn't.
Got this place under control, don't we?
Okay, well we did it. I was kind of wondering what was going to happen, so it's literally just that. Like, does my general just kind of run around now? Like, what's he going to do? I don't really know what's going on. But we saved a lot of troops, too. And again, see, this is just so cool. But anyway, Yoshimoto's hilarious. The fact that he's just, like, goes up to Nobunaga and is like, do you like playing Kamari? And Nobunaga's like, what? Why are you asking me that? Like, I'm here to destroy you, and you, like, are asking me about some sporting event. What? And so I think that's hilarious. Yoshimoto's speed is just horrendous. He's so slow, it's painful, and then, yeah, getting people off horses is like an ordeal, because on the horse, all of Yoshimoto's attacks are just chops, too. Like, again, I'm like, why? It's incredible. So yeah, we'll just get rid of this guy. I mean, look at that range. That is very bad. It's like the worst range I've ever seen. Like, it's just fantastic. So yeah, we'll come up here, shoot this stuff. I'm glad they like actually made a mission sealing the strongholds. That's a pretty good idea.
What? How can this be?
I don't feel like you actually should be struggling because I defeated the general right there, so. I'm just going to kind of run around and defeat everybody around the map here. Wait, Ujimasa Hojo, isn't that the guy? Isn't that the main guy in the Hojo? Why is he here? Pretty sure that's the main Hojo guy. But I'm fine with it. It's fine. I think it was, especially because I got 200 experience for taking that guy down. I'm pretty sure that's the main dude. And we'll just take down this target. Alright, the strongholds are all gone. I think we still have a general or probably somewhere to get rid of if I had to assume correctly here. Roll through this. I bet he's going to be in this room. Yes. Yeah, the chops, man. The chops are just... If you want to crowd clear, you need to have an ability that you know, does it. So it's hilarious when it doesn't work. But anyway. So we're good. least it let me know that I got rid of all the strongholds, so I can just now work on saving all my generals. Yes. But yeah, like the move speed and the swing speed is just like, oh gosh, it's so slow. Oh. Okay, so it actually is... The halls are like where my generals are fighting. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. Alright, so we'll just get rid of all these people. But see, this is so cool that there's generals. I mean, it's all so improved. I'm so happy that they did what they did to make this game better, and then it's just such a good time. So yeah, I'll do a full review of this game at some point. I know I've like teased that. I will do that at some point. Let's get rid of this guy, and that should clear out this hall. There we go. Yeah, like I wasn't super worried. Like they kept saying he was struggling. I was like, I don't believe that, because of the fact that like once I got rid of the generals, like I feel like there's still a morale system on this level. So like if you are fighting a general and then you defeat him, then your subordinates and all them will destroy all the rest of the troops. So I wasn't worried. But yeah, this is a good level. I mean, again, Yoshimoto's levels are really fun so far. His moveset is just terrible. So I guess they were like, they probably felt bad, so they were like, we've got to try to make it so that like people don't hate playing as this character. So we'll make his levels fun. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Yeah, like his Muso is like I mean, I know that his Muso, he like runs around with a ball in front of him, and I'm like, that's not gonna get anything done. So yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna do like other combos, because I can't imagine getting a lot of kills with that. I mean, it's essentially like Nobunaga's thing where he like slashes forward, where you're just kind of like, I hope I hit stuff. Alright, that's that guy. But yeah, this game is just so good. And the fact that it's just so improved from the first game. It's like Samurai Warriors Extreme Legends is probably the best game in the series, based off, obviously you have to include Samurai Warriors 1, but like the improvement Samurai Warriors Extreme Legends made to Samurai Warriors 1 is like, yeah, this game is amazing. It's basically the best version in my opinion. And so I'll talk more about that in depth in a review or something later, but for now I'm just gonna work on this. But yeah, it's just so fun. This level has actually been pretty hilarious too. Having allies in the castle is like just so much more interesting. It makes the castle levels so much better. And sealing off the strongholds is really cool, because that just, again, makes the castle levels so much more interesting and dynamic and stuff like that. So you actually have like something to do on the side. It's like a little side mission that's pretty fun. I just think they knew what they were doing when they made Samurai Warriors 1, and then they were like, we got a good formula here, let's just improve it. And they literally improved it in every way. You know, still having missions, still having branching stories, better cutscenes for the bottom tier. They just did a great job. It's like, if Samurai Warriors 1 had like, if they had redone all of that, oh, it would have been so much better too. Cool that he can like juggle people in the air like that, but again, what's gonna happen with that? I feel like that I'm just so vulnerable when I'm standing there like that, just bouncing a ball, torturing one soul. Like, again,
You fool! I don't want to play a stupid kid's game now.
here. Figure out which one is the right one. Oh, is he gonna say no? Is he gonna say no every time I miss one? Oh, that's amazing. No. But yeah, this game is just very good. The way they improved on Samurai Warriors 1 with Extreme Legends makes it just, it's such a good time. I think I mean, and again, I don't blame them for the way that Samurai Warriors 1 went. I don't think Samurai Warriors 1 was a bad game at all. It's just like, obviously they had to cut some corners with some of that stuff. There's so many characters. So with Extreme Legends, they could really flesh out every single character's Muso modes and put cool dynamic missions and stuff like that. Having the missions where like you have lots of three-pronged battles and stuff like that. That stuff is awesome. And like having events occur more, you know, again, Samurai Warriors 1 was fantastic with that, but it feels like they even got a little bit more complex in Samurai Warriors Extreme Legends. So like again, they just did such a good job with Samurai Warriors 1 and Extreme Legends. If they had had an Empires for 1, oh my gosh, it would have been just, nobody would have ever wanted to play another game in the series. It would have just been over. Like, okay, well, we did it. Everyone's happy forever. We don't need to make any more games. But I'm fine with the fact that they, you know, continue to work on these games the way they do. Very good. So now we have time, speed increase there. Get rid of the snare. Prop, there it is.
Imagawa, pull back at once.
Why did he say that and then literally not pull back at all? Okay. The Imagawa are just so interesting because when you like look at the way that the Imagawa are described, it's like he's basically the Yuan Shao of this time. That's basically what they mirrored him as. He's basically Yuan Shao but stupider. Like at least Yuan Shao is like, hey, I'm noble, like I'm nobility. You'll have to do what I say because I'm like top dog in that way. I'm like royalty or whatever, even though he kind of wasn't. Like Yoshimoto's just like so stupid. So like it's great that they just went all into him being like, let's play a kids game with random people I just stabbed repeatedly with a sword. Like, hey, I know you're bleeding profusely, but do you want to play a kids ball game? And the person's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm injured. You stabbed me. Remember when you did that? And then he's like, oh yeah, sorry. But of course that's not what happens. But it's just great. It's just a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time that they just embrace the silliness that is Yoshimoto Imagawa for his story. But I don't know what's the mission for this.
You are being used by Shingen.
I don't really know what we're doing here, but of course Yoshimoto is being used by Shingen. It's a very accurate. I'm surprised that Yoshimoto doesn't think about that, but he doesn't say anything. He has no response. They're just gonna watch me shoot this target. Apparently. They will just let me shoot it. It's great. So now we will just head towards the end, I guess. I'm surprised there wasn't a single mission for this level. Oh, here we go. Here's the mission.
You are in over your head. Yoshimoto, why do you fight? You are only being used by Shingen.
Yoshimoto, why do you fight? That sounds so mean. You're only being used by Shingen. Enemy defeated! Witness my...
He totally is being used by Shingen. It's also interesting that Kenshin was under the Hojo in this level. Wait, I don't really know how that is a thing. But apparently, it is. For now.
Fujiyasu, why do you seek the chaos?
I assure you, I do not. What did Shingen say to you?
Fujiyasu, we should be friends with Shingen again. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I don't get that level. That was a weird level too. Okay, well we beat it. I feel like that was going to be another one of the ones where all the missions are going to be taken care of because I don't see it. I don't see anything being different about that, like at all. So, ooh, silk one. Okay. Oh my, an attack range one. Yeah, we're going to go immediately with the attack range one just because anything to make his attack range better. His attack range is complete garbage. So, yeah. Now we have a claim. There we go. Most important thing to unlock is a claim for sure. So now I'll go look and see if we unlocked everything. I assume we did. I can't imagine there being any other mission apart from literally just not doing those levels at all. Like just failing things, but I don't see them adding side missions to that because it's like, well, you should do that. Yeah. So there they are. All right. Well, next week we're doing more.